Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather This Morning.
Hey, welcome to Mississippi Live Weather This Morning at 6:30. Good morning to you. I'm meteorologist Maggie McCauley. We already have showers in the area this morning. They have been moving in as you were sleeping. Let's take a look at where they are currently. You can see them kind of making their way off to the north. They're moving northerly right now, so kind of moving up through the area, moving up through North Mississippi across the board. Here's a look. Slowing it down, keeping it exactly where it is right now. We're looking at bands of showers pushing in. One of those is from Lafayette County, stretching all the way down to Grenada County, down to Greenwood as well. So that's one of those bands. And then if you move over, we have one that's kind of riding along the Mississippi and Alabama state line from Tishomingo County down into Lowndes County and Noxubee County as well. Here's the thing, though, with this rain moving through, I'm not tracking any lightning associated with any of these showers that are making their way into the area today. So yeah, maybe some moderate to heavy downpours out there, but that's it at best, because again, we're not dealing with any lightning. Some of those showers happening right around Aberdeen, some heavier pockets of rainfall. You can see kind of those reds and oranges popping up around the city of Aberdeen, around Prairie and Gibson as well. So yeah, some heavier pockets are making their way in. But again, we're not tracking any lightning from this by any means. So just some moderate rainfall at best passing through in some of these. Again, down to the south as well, dealing with some of those heavier pockets in Louisville. And again, Winston, Noxubee County. Yeah, you're dealing with just some kind of a messy go of things this morning, as I would say. So if you're traveling down south between Winston and Noxubee County all the way up into the Golden Triangle region, I would make sure to have your rain gear handy, maybe even leave a few minutes early in case you do get under one of these heavier pockets. But overall, that's what's going on right now. I'm not going to track out any of these because, again, they're just moving off to the north and they're very, very scattered in nature. I just encourage you, if you are waking up with this, especially in northeast Mississippi, northwest Mississippi, not necessarily getting in on as much today, but northeast Mississippi is. So if you're waking up with us, specifically northeast Mississippi from Oxford, Grenada, and then sitting east of that, I just encourage you to make sure to grab the rain gear out there this morning. So let's get into your forecast, a little more things that you need to know as you're headed out the door. Let's get into your list of things you need to know. One is showers are going to be continuing today. We're seeing them this morning. They are not going to be going away. They're just going to be increasing in coverage as we head into your afternoon, leading to a cooler into the work week. If you like these cooler conditions, you're really going to see them by the end of the week. We're looking at a chilly Friday ahead, but a holiday warming trend. We've been talking about it. If you've been on with this, you've been seeing it as well. Warmer days are ahead, even though we're seeing a cooler into the work week. Warmer weekend, warmer week ahead out there for your Christmas holiday. So all of that coming up. Let's take a look outside first. I want to show you a live look over in Columbus. Yeah, wet roadways, and you can just see there just rain surrounding the city and the county right now, and just very wet go of things at that intersection between 82 and 45 this morning. So that's why I say, if you are in Winston, Noxubee County, and the Golden Triangle region, just that area and region of our area of North Mississippi, really getting in on some rainfall right now. Make sure to plan ahead and bring the rain gear with you. Temperatures in the middle 50s there, so definitely not too chilly out the door this morning, but no one likes to get out when it's 50 and raining. Definitely makes it feel a little bit cooler out there. Not everybody dealing with all of that rain, though. Take a look up in Blue Springs. Now, I see a few drops in that camera, but overall not near as wet as we're looking down in the Golden Triangle region, and temperatures in the low 50s there over in Blue Springs. Temperatures right now, all of us starting off in the 50s. So definitely not as chilly. Do you remember Monday morning when we started off in the teens? And then this morning, we're starting off in the 50s. So definitely a very different story out there this morning. 52 in Corinth, 53 in Holly Springs, 54 Oxford, 56 Grenada, 55 Eupora, 54 Starkville, 55 Columbus, 56 down in Kosciuszko. So all of us starting off in the 50s this morning, whether that be the low to the middle 50s. Here's a look at your first 12 hours ahead. We will continue with the rain chances throughout your morning hours. Temperatures warm into the 60s today. So definitely going to be a warm rain out there as it does make its way in throughout your day ahead. Upper 50s by 10, 60s return by 1. Again, a lot of us in the low 60s as we head around that 3-4 o'clock hour. You can also see rain chances jump from about a 30 to a 60% from 1 to 4. keeping about a 30% chance now all the way through 1, which is kind of isolated to scattered activity continuing. However, once a front makes it closer to the area, that's when we're going to start to see an uptick in our overall coverage of showers and a few storms in the mix as well. That'll be into your afternoon and then taper off as we get later on into your evening. Temperatures eventually into the upper 50s by your 7 o'clock hour. Here's that front we're talking about. So here's a look on Mississippi Live radar this morning. This is the front that's causing us that rainfall. So right now it's stretching from places like Iowa, Missouri, all the way down into Oklahoma and Texas. And we're seeing showers ahead of it. That's going to continue as it continues to push closer in. So rain chances continue today. That front pushing in is just allowing more showers to continue. Again, we're getting moisture feeding in ahead of that front. So that's going to allow those isolated showers to continue this morning all the way until that front makes it here. So let's talk about when the front does come. I'm talking around 3-4 o'clock. That's that uptick in rain chances we were talking about. Because as that front pushes in, it's actually going to be bringing more of a line or even a few lines of showers and storms making their way into your Thursday afternoon. So that's going to allow in more coverage of rainfall, more of us to see some of that. And a few of those could be on the gusty side of things as well as they make their way in. So again, this is around 3 or 4 o'clock this afternoon. That front begins to push in. So if you got any afternoon plans, maybe you're getting off work early, picking the kids up if they're still at school today around 3 and 4 o'clock. I just encourage you to make sure to take it slow out there. Just make sure you're planning ahead and have the rain gear handy. The good news is that's going to sweep through pretty fast. And by the time most of us are headed to bed tonight, we're going to see rain out of the area. And we're really seeing it as we head into Friday morning. Take a look at Friday morning. That is well out of the area. And we're looking at very nice blue skies back in the forecast. Lots of sunshine out there for Friday with high pressure in place. And we're going to need it because it's going to be chilly on Friday. We'll talk about temperatures coming up in the next few minutes. Going into your Saturday, another front going to be inching closer to the area as it does. Could see a few shower chances late Saturday night into your Sunday. Chances aren't great out there. I'm talking a 20% really at best out there over your weekend. So nothing to cancel any plans for. Coming up next, we'll go more in depth about the overall coverage and timing of the rain today. Also, I'll have a full look at your 7-day forecast where you can see how warm it's going to be getting into your holiday week. Again, that holiday is just inching closer and closer to our 7-day forecast. So we'll talk about just how warm things are going to be getting coming up after this.
At First Choice Bank, we know you can't always make it before the bank closes. With our integrated teller, you can talk to a live person as late as 7 p.m. on weekdays and noon on Saturdays. It's not just an ATM, it's an ITM. First Choice Bank, your choice for banking.
Hey, I'm Chris Murphy at Murphy Brothers. Let me tell you, it's December 2025. It's cold outside, but the deals are hot. 2026, got to get in here to get this new Roxor. Come check them out.
Give the gift of a delicious burger from Bulldog Burger, a soup and sandwich from Sweet Pepper's Deli, appetizers and cocktails from The Grill, or even a wood-fired steak from Harvey's. Choice is the perfect gift. An all-in-one gift card from Eat With Us.
Even though Gabe grew up in Alabama, Mississippi has now become his home and his family. And one thing about Gabe is he keeps his family safe.
Right now, from the Room to Room Weather Center, here's meteorologist Maggie McAuley.
Hey, welcome back in. I'm meteorologist Maggie McAuley. Want to show you where the rain is one more time before we get into your overall forecast. Here's a look at Mississippi Live radar this morning. If you're just now waking up with us, good morning out there to you. We are tracking a lot of rain in the area this morning, especially for northeast Mississippi. Northwest Mississippi, not necessarily the same story. I'm tracking pretty dry conditions down in the Delta from Sunflower, Washington County, up into places like Panola, Tate, and DeSoto County this morning. However, once you cross over 55 and come into northeast Mississippi, the story changes pretty drastically. So showers pushing through right now, and I say just showers because we're not looking at any lightning associated with any of these, so no storms this morning, but still some moderate rainfall at times. We're seeing these scattered showers stretching all the way from portions of Alcorn, Tippah County, Prentiss County, Lafayette County dealing with that, all the way into portions of Lee and Monroe County. Monroe County getting in on some of the heaviest pockets between Amory and Aberdeen right now. So if you are traveling along 45, 25 in Monroe County, you're going to be dealing with some rain out there this morning, and that just continues to extend further south into the Golden Triangle region. So if you're traveling anywhere between Starkville, West Point, especially over into Columbus, especially over into Lowndes County, really getting in on a lot of rain this morning. So I just encourage you to plan ahead and make sure you grab your rain gear. That rain extends all the way down into places like Winston and Noxubee County as well, from Louisville to Macon. If you're traveling along 14 this morning or up and down 45 and 25, again, you are going to be dealing with some rain and some heavier pockets at times as well out there this morning. So rain just kind of extending into our area, making its way to the north, and we're getting in on it because of it. Here's a look over in Aberdeen. Lots of clouds out there if you're not dealing with the rain. Rain very close within the city of Aberdeen, but sitting just outside of it. Temperatures in the middle 50s there, so definitely not a chilly morning by any means. Take a look down in Macon. You can see just those wet roadways setting up there as well. Ongoing rainfall around and within the city of Macon. So I just encourage you, again, make sure you're planning ahead. Keep an eye on those roadways this morning. They are going to be slick with rain ongoing across the majority of the area. 50s again in Macon. We are definitely warm out the door this morning. Airport delays. Even with all of this rain, I'm not tracking any moderate or major delays in all of our airways. So that's some good news. From Oklahoma over into Little Rock, Memphis, Atlanta, down into the coast, I'm not tracking any major delays in all of our regional airways. So that's some good news if you know anybody traveling in or out of the area. Sticking here in North Mississippi, rain chances stick around as well. So I encourage you, grab the rain gear out the door this morning. Keep it with you throughout the day. We're looking at a 30% chance all the way through really our mid-morning hours. Temperatures will warm from the low to the middle 50s, eventually to the upper 50s by your 10 o'clock hour. Rain chances keep about a 30% chance, and then they go up for your afternoon. Let's talk about highs first, though. We're in the 60s today. Definitely a warm afternoon, but not a great afternoon to get out and about due to all that rain. 61 in South Haven, 61 Holly Springs, Boonville, same story. Further south that you go, you get into those middle 60s, 66 in Eupora, Grenada, Starkville, middle 60s the further south you go as well. So low to middle 60s are going to be the story out there today. Let's go hour by hour to your Futurecast. What can you expect for your day ahead? I know this is what majority of us want to know. When will the rain be in and out of our area? As we go through your 9 o'clock hour, rain looking to continue to set up in the same places. So northeast Mississippi really getting it on the rain this morning all the way into our Alabama counties across the Alabama-Mississippi state line. That's the majority of rain that's going to be happening. Scattered showers continuing over your next few hours. As we go through noon, I think we could actually see a little bit of a lull. So as you're going into lunchtime plans, I think a lot of us actually look to be a bit dry going around noon. However, the story picks up from there as we head into your afternoon. That's why I say if you got any plans, make them indoors if you can, because take a look. We're looking at multiple bands coming through. So this one, the first one that's going to be ahead of the main front around 3-4 o'clock into the heart of northeast Mississippi. A few of these could be on the gustier side of things. Gusty winds, heavy rainfall, most likely some lightning associated with them as they make their way through into your Thursday afternoon. That's a first round, but this background is the one that's actually associated with the cold front that's going to be making its way in as we head into your evening hours. So as you're seeing rain this afternoon, don't think, oh, okay, we're one and done, because we're looking at another round kind of pushing through along that cold front into your dinner time hours around 6, 7 o'clock, pushing in from Red Bay, Amory, all the way down to Eupora and Attala County. So more rain is going to be on the way after that initial band makes its way through. And again, a few of these could be on the gustier side of things as well. This band could bring along some gustier winds along that cold front that's going to be pushing through. The good news is by 10 o'clock, I think really by 9 o'clock, but especially by 10 o'clock, by the time most of us are headed to bed on your Thursday, I think the rain is going to be out of here. I think even the cloud cover is going to be sweeping out pretty fast. So we're actually looking at a clear night ahead out there for your Thursday and then into your Friday. So that's some good news. Dealing with rain today, not dealing with it overnight, and not dealing with it out there for your Friday. If you got any Friday plans, was at 7, now it's at 7 p.m. Didn't notice much of a difference, did you? Because we're looking at clear conditions lasting all day long, lots of sunshine, and we'll need it because it's going to be cooler out there. I'll talk high temperatures out there for your Friday in just a minute. Forecasted rainfall over your next 3 days. Again, we're really talking about this system today. not too much rain. I think 1/4 of an inch to 1/10 of an inch at best here across the area. Temperature set up for tomorrow with that front that comes in. It brings a brief, and I say brief, shot of below normal temperatures with a little bit of a dip in the jet streak. Cooler air being ushered in with that front allows us to have one day of below average conditions back in the forecast. So tomorrow, here's a look at your high temperatures in the 40s and 50s. Again, we're 60s today. We drop at 10 degrees to be in the 40s and 50s tomorrow. 48 in Lafayette County, 48 in New Albany, 51 in Houston tomorrow, 51 in Starkville. So expect cooler conditions. Also going to be a little breezy out there, making it feel even cooler. So a very cold day to round out your work week, but doesn't last very long. Take a look at your weekend forecast. We're right back into the 60s by Saturday. Same story out there for your Sunday. Mainly dry weekend. We do have rain chances on for your Sunday. They're not great. They're about a 20% chance at best. Again, nothing to be canceling any plans for. Overall, definitely going to be a warmer next weekend ahead and then upcoming work week. I continue to show you this. This is our temperature outlook. They issue this every day. They update it usually, I think, around 11 a.m. or into the afternoon. And they continue to push the day one day further. So this is 6 to 10 days out from now. Now it's the 24th through the 28th. So yes, it includes your Christmas holiday, continuing to show the exact same thing. So still looking to be very above average coast to coast from Las Vegas all the way over into Atlanta, looking at above average conditions. And that includes here in North Mississippi. I'll show you here. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. 60s today. We have one cooler day in the forecast. So again, if you like the cooler conditions, I encourage you to enjoy your Friday, because after that, I can't tell you when we'll be back cooler, but it's not going to be in our 7-day forecast. 60s, Saturday, Sunday, rain chances do hang on as we head Sunday into Monday, but again, they're not too great out there. We'll get back into the middle 60s by Tuesday. Yeah, you're looking at that number right. We'll be near 70 out there for your Wednesday. So going into your Christmas holiday, things do look to be warm. And if you want to know your full holiday plans, again, I'll have that coming up at 7. But for now, I want to show you a preview from our own Mississippi Live sports connoisseur, Will Kohlmeyer, with his Kohlmeyer's Corner. So here's an update from Will about everything you need to know about this weekend's matchup for Ole Miss.
Welcome to Kohlmeyer's Corner. We continue to hang out here in Oxford as we get ready, as does this campus, for one of the biggest events this state has ever seen, hosting a first round of the college football playoff. It'll be this Saturday afternoon against Tulane. And yes, things have definitely settled down here on this campus after the whole Lane Kiffin drama. He's now off to LSU, and Pete Golding and company, they are getting ready for the Tulane Green Wave. And what a year it has been for the Rebels. 11-1, most wins ever during a regular season. They've never won 11 before. And you know what was really remarkable is that this is a team that had to replace 20 starters from a year ago. And this was supposed to be a rebuilding year, but yet they are the number 6 seed in the college football playoff and getting to host a first round game, which is huge. Folks this week are telling me they're expecting 500,000 people this weekend here in Oxford. Talk about an economic impact. What a boost to the local economy. And it is a tough ticket to get inside that stadium Saturday afternoon at 2:30 in that matchup with Tulane. Now, the American Conference champion Green Wave from New Orleans. Tulane was here earlier this year, and it was not a good result for John Sumrall and company. Of course, Sumrall is not only coaching Tulane this week, but of course, recently he took over the job at Florida as well. So he's working 2 jobs, and he was saying this week that he's getting about 2 hours of sleep each night working those 2 jobs. But anyway, yeah, it was 45-10. Sumrall and the Green Wave got beat by Ole Miss back in September. They're hoping for a much closer game this week. Obviously, Tulane is a different team, but you can say Ole Miss is a different team as well. Obviously, the head coach, Lane Kiffin, he is off to LSU, and it's a Louisiana native, Pete Golding, taking over as the head coach. And what an opportunity for Pete Golding. Are you kidding me? Your first job as the head coach, and you're coaching in a college football playoff game? What a big deal for Golding. And, of course, he will have the new LSU offensive coordinator, Charlie Weiss Jr. calling the plays for Ole Miss as long as the Rebels are alive in the playoff. Now, if Ole Miss can win, they'll take on the number 3 seed Georgia in the Sugar Bowl on New Year's Day, and that would be yet another rematch. It'd be the second rematch in a row for Ole Miss. Remember, they played Tulane during the regular season, and their only loss was at Georgia this year as well. So it'd be 2 straight games would be rematches for Ole Miss if they can take care of business inside that stadium Saturday afternoon at Vaught-Hemingway. So don't forget, we'll have more previews this week, but for now, that's the story here in Oxford. We'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Well, that's everything you need to know, again, about Ole Miss and this weekend. So make sure to keep tuning in for the latest updates and previews on that from our own Will Kohlmeyer. Again, make sure to tune in. We'll be live in the next 10 minutes with everything you need to know as you're headed out the door for your Thursday.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. But only you can prevent wildfires.
If you're a family of 4, 5,
or 6, 7,
Merry Christmas
from
Mississippi Live Weather.
That was good.
I think that was the one.
Okay.
Go.
Oh, you guys didn't do it.
No, we didn't.
That is a superb